Today was day one of Brian Walshe's trial for the murder of his wife, Anna Walshe, back in 2023. I'm going to recap everything that went down in the courtroom today. So a panel of 12 jurors and 4 alternates were sworn in today, which includes 9 women and 7 men. So Assistant DA Greg Conner started his opening statement by describing the day that Anna Walshe was reported missing by her job. He stated that the Director of Human Resources at Tishman Speyer in Washington, D.C., where Anna was employed, returned to work that day, and Brian Walshe had called looking for his wife, Anna. After speaking with Brian on the phone, this employee ended up going to Anna Walshe's townhouse in Washington, D.C., where she stayed at when she was there for work. Brian ended up giving this employee the code to the garage, to which the employee went inside. Didn't see her vehicle there, didn't seem like Anna was there at all, didn't seem like anything was out of order, so they ended up leaving. Later that morning, just before noon, the global head of security at Anna's job ended up contacting local police in Cohasset, Massachusetts, where she lived with her husband and kids, and reported her missing. Assistant DA Greg Conner also shared with the jury some of the Google searches from Brian Walshe's phone that began on January 1st, 2023 at 4:54 a.m. Some of these searches included, quote, best way to dispose of a body, quote, how long for someone to missing to inherit, quote, how long missing to be dead, quote, can you throw away body parts, quote, how long does DNA last, and quote, is it possible to clean DNA off a knife? According to Greg Conner, the last time that anyone saw Anna alive outside of her family was on New Year's Day around 1 o'clock in the morning, when people were leaving her residence after having a New Year's Eve party. So essentially the evidence is suggesting that something happened to Anna by way of Brian between 1 o'clock the morning of January 1st, 2023 and 4:54 a.m. on January 1st, 2023, when he started searching things pertaining to a dead body. Greg Conner also went on to describe the romantic relationship that Anna was said to have been having with a man by the name of William Fasto in Washington, D.C., where she commuted to work and where she had a townhouse. This is important because when Brian was initially interviewed by authorities, he told them that there were no extramarital affairs to his knowledge and that he and Anna were both happily married. But in Google searches from his phone and computer in the days prior to Anna's disappearance, it indicates that he was Google searching William Fasto's name. He was also searching, quote, best strategies to divorce for a man, and quote, Washington, D.C. divorce laws. Brian Walshe's defense attorney Larry Tipton then stood up to provide his opening statements and did let jurors know right away that Brian did end up lying to investigators in the days after Anna's disappearance. He said that Brian Walshe did Google some questionable things, but this was after he went into his bedroom and saw Anna Walshe unresponsive in bed. She was dead unexplainably. As for why Brian was making searches pertaining to divorce in the days prior to Anna's disappearance, he claims that it was because of a federal conviction that Brian was likely facing. It was putting a stress on their marriage, and they were talking about arrangements in the event that he would have to go to prison for an unrelated offense. And remember, that offense was from 2021 when Brian was caught selling forged Andy Warhol artwork. So essentially, prosecutors are saying that Brian took his wife's life to avoid divorce and because she was having an affair on him. And the defense is basically saying that Brian walked in and found Anna dead in their bed and he panicked, and everything that happened after that was a result of him panicking. This is just part 1. Court did take a break. I'll be back with part 2 later today. Make sure you guys are following.